Hello and welcome to Las Vegas. We are inside the Rio All-Suite Hotel and Casino for the 2021 World Series of Poker event number 8 on tap. Actually, misspoke. I thought he had 8. He's the one with 2. My apologies.
Owen?
Where's Owen?
It is that man who has 8. Nicholas Zoutra, 35-year-old. Lives in Atlanta, Georgia.
Such a small all-in. I expect King Queen to have to call here, even though they know they're not going to be in very good shape most of the time.
I mean, could Zoutra be shoving lighter, though? He started the hand with just 11 million chips.
Really have to worry about ICM. Even though he's the short stack, he can still outlast some of these other short stacks. You can kind of chill. I wouldn't expect him to be much lighter than King Queen almost ever, but he can also have a lot of pairs smaller that would be racing.
Getting a count here. We can tell you it's all in for 11 million. So it's 7.8 million back over to Christian Sivasandram. Sivasandram, 30 years old, from Toronto, Canada.
Let's go.
He is priced in. He does make the call.
I've King Queen as ace jack.
Yeah.
Ace Jack versus Queen Queen.
So Nicholas Zoutra at risk here, the 35-year-old. Married, no kids, but he has 2 dogs.
Making him my favorite.
We have Ace Jack, yeah.
I'm not in this.
2 corgis named Moose and Minnie. I mean, he has to win, right? So far, so good for the Ace Jack.
Oh my god.
Ace.
I don't know what the woo is about. Not even a face card. 26 million in there. Zoutra needs to fade the river. And he does not. Ouch. King of diamonds on the river.
Oh, that hurts.
And Zoutra, our first casualty. He'll take home $76,957 for his efforts.
I fold King Hot.
Do you think he has any shirts with not a logo on it?
Yeah, there's no way.
No way.
I mean, he might, but he doesn't. He probably got given those too. Danny Wu raising it up here. As we mentioned, Wu's first ever cash at the World Series. His total live earnings, just 80,000. So he has already surpassed that no matter what. He actually lives in Boston, Massachusetts. He's from China. Blind on blind violence here. So a raise from the small blind, a defend. 8-6-3. 2 diamonds out there, and I feel like there's just enough for both players to get Chan in trouble.
I agree with that. He's got backdoor clubs as well. I wouldn't be trying to fold this in anytime soon.
What's the play if you have middle pair against one of the chip leaders and you're four-handed?
I would be calling here. I don't think any other option really looks that palatable. You're not going to fold middle pair. Wow.
Well, he decides to go all in.
Oof.
Wu wants a count, but I don't know if Wu is on a board as wet as this. And when I say wet, of course, I mean draw heavy. Hard to imagine Wu folding top pair.
Yeah, and blind versus blind, people just get a little aggro, so it's a lot harder to make big folds in situations like this.
Danny Wu put to the test.
23.8.
It's another 19.8 million to call. So he's getting about 2 to 1. If he does make the call, it'll be Ryan Chan's tournament life on the line. He's 36 years old. From Northern California.
And if you're Mesrich as a bystander here, you love this. You love that they're even playing a pot together.
Oh.
And yeah, he calls.
Wow. You got an 8? Holy.
我有4个撞了，我
4-6.
Yeah, and they share the same kicker, so this is really bad
Brutal.
news for Chan. And you can see in the bottom left corner of your screen, Chan with just 13% chance of winning this pot.
，Put a club out there.
6 are running clubs.
6 club.
Got some backdoor straight draws that they both share.
Pot is 56.8 million.
肯定啦。
There you go. What a sweat. That's about as sweaty as you can get.
Ooh.
黑頭 A，
You think it's too many outs, or you think it's getting there?
6,
Call it.
7.
I feel like it's too many outs.
Yeah.
我操，
It just
他
feels
还
like too many.
4 club,
Agree.
6 or 7.
黑頭 A， 黑頭 8。
Here's the river. And it is a 3, board pairs. It's the wrong card, though, for Ryan Chan. And he is out in 4th place. As you mentioned, does take home 6 figures, just a tad over $100,000. In
How
3rd
rich-
second. And Sivasandram's going to move all in with Jack Deuce. I don't think Wu's going to call it 7 high.
Nope, 10 big blinds is enough to get through here.
But it's an intimidating count, just making him count it. So when you're sitting at the table, is it a matter of trying to figure out, does my opponent know what ICM is? Does my opponent care? Or is my opponent just in like, YOLO mode and just like, you know what? I've already locked up 131,000. I don't care. I'm here to win.
Everyone's different. It makes it really interesting with these events, with massive fields, small buy-in events. People react really differently from each other. Someone will sit at the final table being like, holy crap, these pay jumps are huge. I'm used to playing for like 10% of this kind of prize pool. Every pay jump is so significant. I am going to be so tight. Then you have someone being like, I won 100 buy-ins. Who cares? They're like, yay. And wow, he makes the call.
He does make the call. Wow. And if you're Mesrich, you are loving
他们
this.
傻逼啊！他 all in
Gotta do the
我，
clubs. Gotta do the clubs. Call 7-3
他妈我
diamond.
就對頭問我80幾萬，他 all in 我，他拿第三就撲街。
By the way, when you shove with Jack Deuce and you get called, you're expecting to be behind.
Yes, you're not expecting to be 56%. This is crazy.
多少钱啊？
他20個 mil 啊
So why
，80個 mil 他推我。
You don't get 80 million chips in one of these by folding.
我輸咗。
No.
10 bigs.
I kind of
This is
assumed that
right.
he was just getting the count just to be
So is that-
intimidating.
Oh,
And
I thought that was
Blind?
complete posturing.
傻
I
逼，
was
他會
wrong.
不會打給那個人做第二他就輸了？
when you're feeling it,
Wait,
you're
so-
feeling it. And there's a 7 and the 3.
Are you
Oh my
kidding?
God.
Oh, my. And Sivasandram now down to 4%.
He got get second place.
He is on life support here. He needs running cards.
I'm going to be battling my stack.
I know. I don't.
Good luck with that one.
Oh, you call.
I got all in with overlooking. I can tell you.
And that's it.
That's
I
it.
thought you were gonna fold for
That
your
is
first stack
it.
too.
Christian Sivasandram drawing dead. He'll finish in 3rd place,
crazy.
take home $131,000.
Well, man.
Yeah, but you
Yeah, I
have to battle him, not me.
I know.
You were saying no spectators. We got some spectators. You happy now?
I didn't say no. I think you're sensing that I was being sarcastic. I'm never sarcastic.
Or funny.
Or funny, exactly. A lot of diamonds out there. Diamonds are cheap. Jack high. Mesrich with the king of diamonds in his hand. The loser of this heads-up battle will take home a cool $174,000. The winner, $281,000. Just your normal $108,000 heads-up battle.
Check. Check.
Bink.
Who's got a flush card? He's got 4 diamonds.
Did a little diamond check.
And Mesrich is going to overbet the pot.
10 million.
Bets 10 million into 7.2 million.
Call.
Snap call. Nice sizing.
Down.
Knowing your opponent.
PM.
Raise to 5.2.
Woo with aces. That's another thing, by the way. If you find yourself having some mental problems, you're in a tough spot, just pick up aces.
That helps.
That really
Makes me
helps.
feel better.
Yeah.
And Mesrich with a nice hand to defend with 10-7 suited.
Call.
He's going to make this call. Pot now 12.8 million. And this could cost Mesrich some chips, or of course he could get lucky, which is going to happen 23% of the time, and he could end up winning this one. But Wu is going to get some value out of this one.
Check. Bet 9 million.
Now we saw Wu betting small, like really small,
Yeah.
in some other spots. Here,
75% pot, really big bet. Putting a lot of pressure on second pair, but I wouldn't be willing to fold second pair to someone like Wu at this point, would you?
there's just too many draws out there.
Yep. He's got backdoor clubs as well, making it a little more enticing to call.
I mean, we don't block spades. We don't have a queen, a 9. In heart, we don't block straights really. Almost 31 million in the pot. Big moment for both players.
Check.
Only.
Mesrich checks. Wu moves all in.
Wow, just
Jamie, I might call here.
75% flop and then overbets turn. I would have so much trouble folding this hand on a draw-heavy board to an opponent who has shown himself to be kind of crazy.
It was also might be tilting, right? A little bit.
He might be tilting. He did seem like it. I mean, good for Wu to recognize his table image is what it is and go for max value in this spot.
Yeah, I think this is a brilliant play from Wu. I don't know if I could find that fold. And you start thinking, what kind of hands is he doing this with? Why would, if he had the hand, why would he move all in? Doesn't he want action?
Exactly. The sizing on the flop and now this overbet jam on the turn, it would make me lean toward thinking it's a flush draw, it's a straight draw, it's some kind of combo draw, which you're ahead of. One card to come.
Let's see if Ari Mesrich can snuff this one out. This is a tough spot for the 48-year-old.
I call.
There's the call, and I don't blame him. And again, Wu has him covered. If the aces hold, it's over.
对 A 啊，他是对10，
I didn't put you on
他
that.
17。
Mesrich looking for a 10 or a 7, or that is it.
开了，
没有，等会儿，我不知道你 cover 他吗？
差不多。
Ru can't look. Here's the river.
赢了。
It's the jack. And Danny Wu wins the pot and wins the
I didn't put
bracelet.
10 at all. Nice one.
$281,000 coming his way.
Always a fun event. The heads-up event will be Brett Hanks alongside me. There is Danny Wu with his bracelet. Congratulations.
It's a really nice bracelet this year. I like that. It looks better on a shaking, nervous hand, too.
Jamie, I want to thank you. You're great as
fun.
always.
I guess I'll thank you too, Tuckman. It's been fun for an hour.
This is fantastic. Thank you all for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow. Congratulations to Danny Wu. Good night, everybody.